Sat Sri Akal, everyone. I'm sure everybody is waiting for an update on our campaign to help the Sangat in Tuaran in Sabah, east of Malaysia, East Malaysia. So here we are. The latest update, it's exactly 1 month since we started this campaign, exactly 1 month. And in this 1 month, Sardar Darshan Singh informs me that our collection, we have achieved 101,581 ringgit and 51 cents. 101,581 ringgit and 51 cents. So there you are. That's what you have been able to do with your effort, your cooperation, forwarding our messages to all your friends and relatives, and we have we've got somewhere, and so this is uh, really something that we can feel proud of ourselves, of a very simple little campaign that we had, and we were able to put together and assist the Sangat in Tuaran. And now for the reality of the situation, if I may update you and include that. Now, as you are aware, we started off with a ballpark figure of 500,000 ringgit, an approximation of what would be required to finish the job, to finish the whatever was outstanding. As you are aware, the infrastructure was mostly up already. The basic framework was already up. So. So what was required was about 500,000 ringgit, approximately, and 101,000 would be about 20% of that. 20%. So 20% is not going to get us very far, as you are aware. What about the remaining 80%? So there we are still, we're still in a very fluid situation, if I might use those terms. So anyway, then I had a discussion with Virji Darshan about that, and I said, look, this is only about 20% of what we needed, and how about if we switched strategy a little bit, and if you're going to put this money into more bricks and mortar into the building which cannot be completed and cannot be used anyway, that's going to be 100,000 locked up for now. It's not serving any purpose, and it's not bringing any benefit. We just more bricks and more mortar, and that's about it. How about we use this money to develop the Sangat, to add value to the Sangat, to bring element more Sikhi Prachar and more whatever. We explored this idea. But then Virji said, look, we already have a home which one of our Sangat has so kindly allowed us to use for our Gurdwara. So we already have that, and we can continue doing our Gurdwara there, and it is better that we spend this money, even though it's only 20%, we better spend this money on whatever is left that needs to be done, because the cost of construction material, the cost of construction labor, everything is going up by the day. What we can do with 100,000 today, in a year's time, you may not even be able to do half of that. So better we do whatever we can do right now. And we looked at, we just suggested the best thing we can do is do up the roof. At least we put in the roof. Those of you who have seen the images would know that the roof wasn't up. All the columns are already up, but there was no roof. So better to do the roof, and whatever else that we can do, at least we get the structure going. Now there's that was important as well, because let me highlight to you that in Sabah and Sarawak, as we all very familiar, those of us in Malaysia, there's a lot of pressure from the Islamic groups and the Christian groups for conversion, and our community is so tiny and vulnerable. And the sad thing is that if our Gurdwara is not completed, and these two communities have massive churches and massive beautiful mosques, and then we have a little structure that's not going anywhere. That is not going to be pleasant for us. That is not going to be such a morale booster for our Sangat over there. So I am very concerned about that. Very, very frankly, I'm very concerned about that. People passing by every day and seeing the structure just practically just standing there for months and months and months, while everybody else has got gleaming and glowing churches and masjids and all that. So that is something that is bothering me a lot, very frankly. So what we did speak about was, I asked Virji Darshan whether it would make sense. I said, look, when you had the 500,000 ballpark figure, did you include the air conditioning? Did you include the carpets? Did you include the stage? Did you include any frills? Did you include the tabia, and such like? So he said, yes, we did include. And I said, look, Vijay, very frankly, if we do away with all of this, let's do a simple structure. Let's just have some fans up there, put some little lino plastic mats below, enough to make do, and then do away with the stage for now. The stage and all can come later, all the frills can come later. You sit on the floor and do kirtan, like most places they still practice that. I say, instead of the big takat posh, how about we just do what they do in the Golden Temple, have a nice beautiful chadar, a beautiful manji sahab, and put Maharaji da Swarup, as that's a matter of fact, that's what we do in our own home. We don't have any tabia, we just have Maharaji on the floor and we sit on the floor with close proximity. It gives us a feeling of, close proximity with Guruji. So anyway, I said, how about we just cut out all this cost? What will it save you? So he said, I think it could save us up to 200,000. So that is a start. It's a good start. It brings the 500,000 down to 300,000. So at least with 300,000, we can get a functional building. We can have a functional Gurdwara. People coming and going, so that even when the neighbors look and see, and they know that this, we are alive, and we're getting somewhere. So that was one option that we explored, and with the roof in place, and then if you can just get this other little bits. But of course, as you say, with 1 month of effort, I think we managed to get only 20%. So I don't know how this is all going to roll out. Certainly the timeline for Guru Nanak Dev Ji's Prakash Dhyara is off. There's no chance of putting this Gurdwara together by that time. But let's hope and pray that, I believe in miracles. I've always believed in miracles, and I've experienced miracles so many times in my life. I'm not giving up hope. Let's all pray. Let's all pray. Let's all pray. Somebody somewhere, some people somewhere can come up with substantial sums, to make this Gurdwara happen for our Tuaran Sangat, for our Sikhs in far isolated, far remote in Sabah, who don't have anyone else to reach out to. They only have a mainstream Sikh community, and I do not know what is their sentiment. I just hope that they are happy with what we have managed to achieve. I hope they are not disillusioned. So that is also on my mind. But I'm sure that they're quite happy with with what we have achieved. So there we are. Let's see what else comes along. Thank you again once again to all of you for this tremendous effort. Even though I'm very sure many of us may never get a chance to go to Tuaran Gurdwara, although we have some beautiful plans for Tuaran. I mean, it's just across the sea from here. It's less than 1,000 ringgit. You can get a return ticket to go up there. We may have some events in Tuaran, in the beautiful countryside of Tuaran, which is in the foothills of Mount Kinabalu, as you know, the highest mountain in Southeast Asia, 6,000 feet above sea level. We don't have to climb the mountain. There's some beautiful little towns all around it in the foothills, just like Tuaran itself. So it'll be a good thing to organize and meet with our cousins from across the sea, and exchange and help them to grow. We really could lift them up. We really could lift them up, because they've been isolated for so long, and it reminds me of their amazing endurance. To have kept Sikhi up this long. I can see the time is 10 minutes, but suddenly I'm inspired to share this. It's just come to my head. what Sansing Maskeen told us once. I heard this Sakhi in the story in Titi Wangsa Gurdwara. Sansing Maskeen said he went to Iran once. He was researching Guru Baba's journey and travels and where Sangat has been and where Sangat still remains and so on and so forth. So he said he ended up in this one very small town somewhere in the far corner of Iran. And he says that when he was walking down one of the bazaars in the town, a Sikh appeared in front of him. And yeah, I would like to relay the rest of this in Punjabi because it has to be told in that way. I may then explain it in English for those of us who need it. ਤੇ ਸੰਤ ਸਿੰਘ ਕਹਿ ਰਹੇ ਹੈ ਵੀ ਇੱਕ ਸਿੱਖ ਆ ਰਿਹਾ ਮੇਰੇ ਸਾਹਮਣੇ ਐਂਡ ਉਹ ਦੌੜਦਾ ਆ ਕੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਪੈਰਾਂ ਤੇ ਡਿੱਗ ਪਿਆ ਤੇ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਮੱਥਾ ਟੇਕਿਆ ਉਸਨੇ ਤੇ I was taken by surprise. He said, first of all, to see a Sikh in such a remote place of Iran, far away in the mountains, remote mountains and that. And he says, I lifted him up, I carried him, I held him up, and I said, "Tu ki kari ja raha hai?" He said, he said, then Sant Maskeen said that, "Mainu kyun tu matha teki ja rahe hain?" And his answer was very beautiful. He said, मैं आज तकरीबन 20 साल बाद एक सिख का दर्शन कर रहे हैं मेरे वास्ते मेरा गुरु आ गया है तां करके मैं तेरे पैरां ते तेरे चरणां ते मैं मत्था टेकिया. And the story doesn't end there. Sant Maskeen Singh ji then said, फिर मैं की कीता मैं ओदे पैरां ते मत्था टेकिया. He said, मैं फिर ओदे पैरां ते मत्था टेकिया ते मैं उन्होंने कहा, भरावा जे तेनू 20 सालां वास्ते तेनू कोई सिख ना मिलिया होवे ते तेरी सिक्खी अजे कायम है ते तेरी सिक्खी अजे कायम है तेरा सिक्खी दे नाल प्यार कायम है ते मैं तां तेरे पैरां ते मैं मत्था टेकेगा. So this is something that is so remarkable. Maskeen ji कहंदा मैं जिंदगी च पहली वारी एक व्यक्ति दे पैरां ते मत्था टेकिया सीगा. He said, for first time, once in my life, I bowed to another Sikh brother and bowed at his feet, because as I just related, when Sant Singh Maskeen went to some remote corner of Iran, and a Sikh came up to him out of the blue and bowed at his feet, matha tek at his feet. And when he asked him why, he says, look, this is the first time in 20 years I'm meeting a Sikh. I haven't had darshan of a Sikh for this long, and for me you are my guru who has come to meet me. And when Maskeen was so taken by that, then he said, instead I then fell at his feet and matha tek to him and said, if you have not met a Sikh for 20 years and your Sikhi is still as strong as steel, and then it is only right that I bow at your feet. ਸੋ ਇਹ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਸਾਂਝਾ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਉਹ ਤੁਆਰਨ ਵਾਲੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਸੰਗਤ ਹੈ ਸੱਚੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਚਰਨਾਂ 'ਤੇ ਮੱਥਾ ਟੇਕਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਹੈ. ਸੱਚੀ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਸੱਚੀ ਮੇਰਾ ਤਾਂ ਦਿਲ ਕਰਦਾ ਮੈਂ ਜਦੋਂ ਜਾਵਾਂ ਨਾ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਰੋਕੇ ਮੈਂ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪੈਰਾਂ 'ਤੇ ਮੱਥਾ ਟੇਕੂੰ ਜਾਂ ਉੱਥੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ. ਸੋ ਇਤਨਾ ਮੇਰਾ ਪਿਆਰ ਪ੍ਰਵਾਨ ਕਰਨਾ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੇ. ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ ਵੈਰੀ ਮਚ ਫॉर all your contributions, and please forward this video to all the people you forwarded to, because I do not have their contacts. I only have my limited group, and I'll forward to who forwarded earlier to all of you all. So please do forward, and please do subscribe to this our channel as well. We do keep updates. We do provide updates, and I do discuss issues, community issues, religion that are affecting our religion, and discuss how to progress from here, how to move from here. So these little efforts are ours. Thank you very much for being such a lovely audience, such a lovely Sangat, and such beautiful donors to the Sangat of Tuaran. On behalf of them, thank you very much. Sat Sri Akal to everyone. I would like to add something very interesting and very beautiful for all of you. I want to pay a tribute to the committee and the Sangat of Slayang Gurdwara, the committee and the Sangat of Slayang Gurdwara for this amazing contribution of a representative of the Gurdwara actually going all the way to Tuaran and delivering to them the donation from Slayam Gurdwara, of 5,000 ringgit from the Gurdwara and 3,601 ringgit collected from the Sangat. Now this is fantastic. This is fantastic. Here's a Gurdwara coming forward to help another community to build their Gurdwara, make their dream come true. So this is, I don't have no words to express our thanks to Slayam Gurdwara. Thank you very much, Sangat Ji, Slayam Gurdwara and committee, and to the individuals who collected the contribution from the Sangat. So thank you very much once again.